Good morning, Dubai. It is Friday morning. This is the Lovin Dubai show with me, Casey.
And I'm Parth. Hi, nice to meet you. Hi, this camera. Hi, this camera as well.
Hi, every camera.
Hi, every camera.
I feel like Oprah. Welcome to Lovin Dubai show. Our top stories for you today. The UAE welcomes the ceasefire deal in Gaza.
Love is Blind Habibi star Dounia got scammed and lost her entire bank account.
We're talking about a Butchery's opening and offering free meals to those who can't afford it.
And Khalid tries to convince Nora to let him go on an all-boys trip.
Before we get there, boys' trips, are they A-OK or definitely nay? Please put your answers in the comments. Also, at about 8:50, you and I are going to meet the man who walked 2,500 kilometres from Armenia to Dubai.
Wow. So in today's rapid weather report, it's mostly sunny with temperatures ranging from 24 to 38. So it's still hot, but let's hope October is good to us.
It's nearly getting there, I would say.
Nearly, but I still would not go out in the afternoon. Like that's what I would do.
Yeah, it's still a bit gross. But we should do a proper introduction. You've introduced yourself to the cameras, but welcome, Parth, to the Lovin Dubai show for the first time.
Thank
Stealing
you so
Massa's
much.
chair, I believe.
No, I'm not stealing anyone's chair. Masa has done an exceptional job. It's just that she is so good that she became sick at times. So I had to.
Oh no, that sounds like she's
No. She's really, she wished me best of luck as well. So like I have all the blessings of Masa with me right now.
And you've been behind the scenes and you've been on other Augustus media shows.
Yes, I was doing the Smashy Sports show. And I've been doing behind the scenes during my first internship and a bit here and there as well. But now I'm in front of the camera. So let's just hope it goes good.
I've no doubt. When did you intern?
I interned in July 2023.
Yeah.
And then I came back in May and now I'm full-time.
Full-time. And going to put you on the spot because I know that you have a passion for sports, but you're sitting here on the Lovin Dubai show, so you have to fly the flag for Lovin Dubai. Where does your passion where does your passion lie? Sports or local cultural news?
Local sports.
Local sports.
Local sports.
What's the best local sport to be involved in right now?
Football, easily.
Not basketball?
No, it's a personal thing. I prefer football because Arab region generally has a lot of football culture and their fans are extremely passionate. So I just prefer like football.
Where do you get your local football news?
Smashy Sports.
For people who don't know Smashy Sports, what is Smashy Sports, I guess?
Smashy Sports is a local regional sports brand. We cover all things sports in the MENA region. But for now, we're on the Lovin Dubai show. We're on Lovin and I'm loving it. So let's continue.
Let's continue. Okay, well, for all things Lovin, you know where to find us on all social media platforms. This show also goes live in a podcast, so you want to find us where you get your podcast from. You can find us later on today. Let's jump in to our top news stories of the day. The UAE welcomes the ceasefire deal in Gaza. The UAE has welcomed the announcement by US President Donald Trump of a first phase of a ceasefire agreement in Gaza, commending his prominent and pivotal role in facilitating the deal and urging all parties to work towards achieving peace and stability in the Strip.
In a statement, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the MOFA, expressed the UAE's appreciation for the significant efforts undertaken by the President Trump and commended the steadiest efforts of the State of Qatar, the Arab Republic of Egypt, and the Republic of Turkey in facilitating the arrangements that led to this agreement.
The UAE expressed hope that the agreement represents a positive step towards ending the humanitarian suffering in the Gaza Strip and paving the way for a just and lasting settlement that guarantees the legitimate rights of the Palestinian people and restores regional security and stability.
The UAE stressed the importance of building on this progress through the commitment of all parties to the terms of the agreement, exercising restraint and implementing serious steps to resume a comprehensive political process aimed at achieving the two-state solution and ensuring security, peace and stability for all the peoples of the region.
We are following this story as much as we can. This announcement came out 18 hours ago. The update since then is apparently the US are putting troops into the Gaza Strip. We're seeing Donald Trump apparently making a visit to Egypt to formalise this agreement, and we're hoping that regardless of conversations going on either side, that we will reach the ceasefire deal. I saw visuals of bombing still happening in the Gaza Strip yesterday, which is a cause for concern. But we're hoping in the next 24 to 48 hours we will see an agreement being signed.
Yeah, all we want is peace, and let's hope that both the parties can get to an agreement so that even the people and everyone else is just feeling secure and safe around the world.
Agreed there, for sure. Let's bring it closer to home. We are talking a lot about scams on this show, and it looks like a Love is Blind star has also been scammed.
Yeah, so the question is, has one transaction completely turned your life upside down and just changed everything? So this is what happened to Love is Blind Habibi star Dounia, who recently fell victim to an elaborate scam that drained her entire bank account. She described the experience as devastating, saying a single button can cancel all your life projects, ambitions, and dreams.
Wow. The incident began when a company took her money and failed to issue a refund. And after months of no responses, Dounia reached out to the customer service and opened 2 separate cases against them, but the situation remained unresolved. Then, unexpectedly, she got a call from someone claiming to be the Central Bank of Dubai.
Well, believing she was communicating with the bank, Dounia was given instructions to perform test transactions and even shared her screen with the caller. The scammer gained access to her personal information and OTPs, and he asked her to add a beneficiary and input a code he provided. Within seconds, all of her money was transferred, including funds secured with her Face ID, leaving her accounts completely empty. My word.
My heart breaks. My
Yikes.
heart breaks. I can't even imagine. Her experience highlights how professional and convincing these scams can be. It's a reminder, never share your sensitive information or bank codes with anyone, no matter how legitimate you can seem. You can see how this played out. She was taking 2 cases against a retailer of some sort.
Yep.
So she had an ongoing issue. These scammers, they found this out and they got in touch with her. They got her at her lowest vulnerability and managed to have a conversation with her and basically drain her bank accounts of all of her cash.
It's and the thing that we need to keep in note here is it's not just the bank accounts, they also have her Face ID and everything as well. So all the sensitive information that you can possibly get from someone, it's with them. And it's a very messed up situation obviously to be in, because on one hand you're dealing with a case that, oh, I'm going to be filing against a retail company, and then I have one issue over here. And then the next thing you know, someone just completely takes all your hard work just away from you in a matter of a few minutes.
Can't even imagine.
It's horrible. It is horrible. I'm someone who, the most I've got scammed is 100 dirhams because I paid for, I went on a fake link to recharge my bill, but I assume this is obviously a bit more.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. And I think sometimes you see comments saying, how could someone let this happen? It's so easy for all of us to be susceptible.
It's very easy to fall for it because we're at a time where you cannot differentiate between an original link and a fake version of it. All the words are same. The link will direct you to the exact same looking website. The calls, people have good talent. They should use it somewhere else, not on scams.
Yes, I always think this. They're so sneaky. They're so smart.
You have a very good talent of just acting out or mimicking someone. Why would you try and take something away? But yeah, it's a very messed up situation to be in. Let's hope that she can get everything sorted out on time, and the authorities in charge can take action on this properly.
We have spoken about this before, and there are ways that you can report these scams on the Dubai Police app. I read about a writer recently who documents scams. That's his job. And he said he had a call about a month ago, and he was 13 minutes into the call with his bank before he said, hang on a second, I'm being scammed. He is a scam writer.
And it took him 13 minutes.
It took him 13 minutes. He said he couldn't believe how intelligent the person on the phone came across in terms of manipulating the conversation to gain the details they needed to make him think he was talking to his bank. Phenomenal. So we share these stories as a vigilance awareness piece for all of us, because I know I could be so susceptible.
Yeah.
And they get us at our lowest.
It's one thing, as we mentioned, everyone will a lot of people will say that, oh, how could you fall for this? Did you not understand? But these scammers are very particular with their tone and the words that they choose. It's not just a guy from his room calling you up and being like, hey, I need your money.
Right.
It'll look like an extremely professional environment with an extremely professional speaker talking to you, and the way they talk you in, because they have a talent of knowing when you're vulnerable. And it's very easy for them to notice, okay, I can just say these few things, and then it's basically making you feel more comfortable that they are the right person to talk to. And then they completely take all the information away from you in a matter of seconds.
God forbid when they get their hands on AI manipulation for photos and videos.
Don't give them ideas, please. Don't give them ideas.
Rude. All we can say is there's a lot of work in both the banks and the authorities here to put an end to these scams. Let's bring it on to a nicer, kinder note.
So a butchery is offering free meals to those who can't afford it. So there's a small butchery in Mirdiv that's making a big impact. Alafani Butchery has a sign on its door with a simple message: if you can't buy a meal, order it for free. It's a gift from Allah.
So it's small gestures like this that remind us how kindness still thrives in our communities. No cameras, no publicity, just compassion. So the next time you pass by Mirdiv, remember a good deed doesn't need to be loud or to be felt. You know, I grew up in Ireland. I usually mostly travelled, I guess, in Europe before I moved to the UAE. I don't remember seeing signs like this in restaurants. Is it common in most countries?
I mean, in some, I think it's in every part of the world, honestly. It just depends. There are a few good people there who just want to make the world a better place. And I saw the comments on our post when we put this up, and a lot of people were saying that we should go and help the butchery and actually buy food from them,
yes,
so that they're able to give like the food back to the people who are in need of it. And I think it's just collectively a very good thing that, you know, people are, it's not just one butchery, but everyone is coming together to support the butchery for those in need. And it's a nice feel good thing to know that, okay, there are people who are willing to help others out and to help those who really need it.
So true. And we do a list of all the fun things you can do in Dubai at the weekends, but why not go and support this butchery? It's called Al Afandi Butchery. Give them a shout out. They're in Mirdiv. They're doing amazing kindness for other people, so we could give a little bit of kindness back to them as well. Let's jump in to our next story. Question that we've just put to our audience on WhatsApp. We've just put to our audience on Instagram. We're talking about boys' trips and even girls' trips. Like, would you let your partner go on the trip? And we bring this question to you today because we saw this video yesterday on Nora and Khalid's Instagram account. In case you don't know them, super duper famous content creator couple. They are married, they have a baby, and you can see here Khalid is trying to get permission to go on a summer trip, and he even made a PowerPoint presentation to encourage Nora to let him go. It even had slides, bullet points, and even graphs. And guess what? Looks like Nora's got some FOMO. We're not sure if she's letting him go. So, boys' trips, yay or nay? Let's open up.
I think it's yay, honestly. It's yay.
Yay?
Yeah. Yeah. I went on one last year.
You would say that?
No. It was nice. Like, a lot of times it's just chill, but obviously it's very contextual in my opinion. It depends on if how much do you trust your partner. My partner trusts me, so she was like, okay, you can go on this, and I would also let her go on one as well. But there are, don't give me that stare.
No. I'm saying your partner is a more trustworthy person than me.
No.
No. I mean it. Like, you're right. It takes a level of trust in the relationship.
It takes a level of trust, and she let me go on it. But there are obviously a lot of couples out there who would be like, okay, maybe one or two girls in that boys' trip might. It's completely dependent. Maybe they'll feel it's better. Maybe they'll feel it's not. And this always is a topic of conversation when it comes to bachelor parties, especially. Yes. Either the guy or the girl. I think it just depends on how much you trust your partner. I think it's a yay. It just like, if I'm going with my friends to like a European trip, and it's just like, let's see if we're just going to multiple football stadiums and games, I think it's fine. But then if you're constantly going on like, if the guys are constantly going on like, let's say yachts and different nightclubs, and they're going to like different Ibiza or something, I don't know, then it's like, okay, just like hold on.
I agree with you to an extent. So it looks like the majority agree with you as well. We've put a very simple question up. It says, boys trips, A-OK or definitely nay? 90 people in the last 5 minutes say A-OK. Only 12 people, I'm one included, say definitely nay. but I agree with you. It's very contextual, and I'm glad you brought up bachelor parties, because I think certain types of bachelor parties would be a definite nay for me.
Yeah, easily, yep.
Not that I'm the person who gets to make the choice, but it would be a definite nay for me. I think you're so right, and I think it depends on the friends group.
Exactly.
Do you like the friends group? Do you trust the friends group?
Do you trust your partner's friends group or not?
It's the friends group.
It's always the friends group, because
it's never your partner.
She can trust him, but it's when his friends come into the equation, she's like, okay, hold on. I've seen how these guys can behave when you're there and when you're not around. So it's very dodgy on that aspect. But again, it's just very contextual. I think it's easy.
I think if you're of a sound relationship, solid, and you're obviously, by the way, when you end up with your person, generally you do like their friends and you get on with them. I think that maybe someone tell me otherwise, but you generally do trust their friend group and such like that. And then, as years get on, going on a trip with your friends is such an amazing thing to be able to do, especially as you get a bit older. Like when we would go on for trips when we were younger, it was like, I think we were looking for like $5 accommodation when we were in Thailand. It was like the cheapest of the cheap, but as you get older...
It goes from being like a thrill to just being like a reunion and having a good time together all around in like a different place.
Yeah, maybe away from the kids if you've got them.
Yeah, it's just what makes it special. So... yeah, let's see if she trusts her. I mean, if she trusts him.
Well, I want to change this question but I won't, because people will say, who's running the Lovin Dubai WhatsApp account? But because we put boys trips and everyone's like, hey, okay, the next question should be, but what about bachelor parties? And maybe it would change.
Yeah. It's when you add like these certain words that put emphasis on them is when people start getting a seed of doubt in their heads. That, okay, hold on, it's in this context. It's like that. Oh, it's in this situation. Then maybe I'll lean on the other side.
Yeah. Do you trust your partner at the end of the day? That's the question.
That's what matters.
So Nora, if you're watching, is Khalid going? And if so, where is he going? Location matters. Speaking of going places, we're excited to welcome our next guest. You can see him here behind me. He walked all the way from Armenia to Dubai, and the best thing is he did it for a beautiful reason. He'll be joining us after this very short break. Do stay tuned. Nice. Good job.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Our next guest has done something extraordinary. Imagine not just getting your 10k a day steps in, but walking all the way from Armenia to Dubai. He's calling it Rakosat, which means random act of kindness, one step at a time. A journey that, simply put, is about spreading kindness across borders. Welcome to the man on this incredible mission. His name is Edmund Marganyan. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
So glad to be here. Thank you very much for inviting me.
So, I mean, the first question that I want to ask you is like, what was the moment or like the realization that made you want to do this? That yes, today or tomorrow or the after, I want to walk all the way from Armenia to Dubai.
The moment started when I realized that I needed to come back to the UAE for number one, the Untold Festival. I'm pretty sure you're aware of it's coming up, and I had to renew my business license, so I had to come here.
Right.
But the realization that I needed to walk back that way, I was following a lot of guys. For some reason, a crazy thought occurs, and then you start seeing more of it. You have that on your Instagram feed. You start seeing more of that. I started seeing people doing extraordinary things like that, and then I said, one day I need to stop looking at the life I want to live through somebody else's eyes, and I'm just going to go ahead and do it myself.
Just like all by yourself.
And,
This is what I want to do. If I want to walk, I will walk. Nobody's going to stop me.
That's it.
Okay.
Okay, so you decide to walk to Dubai, and then Rakosat, random act of kindness, one step at a time.
Yes.
Tell us kind of what that means and how you decided to connect that plus a really, 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 really long walk.
Yeah, so the idea came about the kindness when I was looking at people that were doing things that I wanted to do, traveling, and it was, to me, it started being perceived as like one-sided. You know, they walk and then whatever comes to them, and then I said, I want to do it something different. I'm going to go with an open heart of the other way around, of giving and trying to see what I can learn from it, listening to the stories, doing small acts of kindness, nothing grand. I mean, a small smile is just enough to make somebody's day, make somebody happy, or sharing a tea with someone. And so I said, let's go with that mindset, with the random acts of kindness, one step at a time. And that was the idea was born there, and it just went from there.
Was it also a way where you had like, okay, I really want to push myself to see how far I can go?
Of course, there was, at the core of it was the adventure, and it's something that is not easy to do.
It's all the mental game, basically.
Yes,
like, okay,
so
like if my mind says that I cannot do it, I cannot. But like, if my mind says I really want to do this and I will do this, then any barrier is easier to break.
Absolutely. If my mind says I cannot do it, I'm going to push my mind to shut up. We're going to do this.
2,500 kilometers. So how do you plan something like that and give that to me in days? How long is it taking? And what kind of preparations do you need to make for a trip like that? Like I can imagine visas might be a nightmare. What countries did you go through?
Yes, so initially there was a couple options for me to go around, to come back to Dubai. And then one option was crossing 4 countries that needed visas, and I didn't have time. Because again, when I looked at the time, I went back to Armenia to visit my mom, and when I looked at the time, I said, I need to get there by November.
Okay.
And I said, I better get going now. And then the visa is, it takes logistics, it takes approval. Yeah. I didn't have that one option. The other option, again, I didn't have because I couldn't enter the country because of recent, developments, conflicts. Okay. So there was one option, straight down through Iran. Okay. We didn't need a visa with Iran. And that was the shortest route. I said, okay, I'm going to go straight down that way. And as far as the preparations, I was new at this. I was new at long-term hiking, professional, and YouTube videos, trying to learn about it. But again, you can only learn as much. And those videos usually show what worked for that person. Yeah. And it's individualized. What worked for me, I overpacked listening to those YouTube videos. I had so much extra gear that I had to unload. Yeah. After the first week, because the best way was to pretty much plan a little at a time, one step at a time, and learn from that and carry that over to the next step. That was the best way to learn on the process during the process.
I have so many questions.
I have a lot.
Go ahead.
So did nobody ever stop you, or when you told to the people at like a visa gate or something that I'm just walking, did nobody just like counter question you?
Oh, they stopped me millions of times.
What was their initial reaction? Were they just like, oh, or like were they like extremely suspicious of you?
Yeah, so back in Armenia, I started with 2 backpacks and it was super heavy. Of course, after a week or so, I didn't have an option. I'm looking up online the trailers, the walking trailers, and they're only selling them in Europe or overseas. So I ordered it, but it's going to take a time to come. So what I do, I just bought a regular kid's stroller to unload my heavy stuff in there. So now I'm walking on the highway with a kid's stroller.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And imagine how many people stopped asking me. They weren't even worried about me. They were like, let us take the baby to where you're going. You just get there. Everybody thought I was with a baby.
With the baby.
Wow.
Everybody thought I was pushing a baby. Some people were making a comment, then my wife kicked me out of the house and I'm now with a baby going. Nobody had an idea. But once they were realizing, they're like, oh, so you're hitchhiking? No, I'm walking. By a bicycle? I'm like, no, I'm walking. And then there will be like, it clicks, pause to process, and then
Like this.
Whoa!
Oh, okay.
And then, pat on the back, congratulations, or well wishes, and it's always generally a positive feedback.
What was your family's reaction to this when you initially told them that?
Oh,
okay,
yeah, of course.
I'm going.
Whatever you would imagine, and nobody was thrilled
Everyone
or
was
happy
stressed
about
that,
it.
like, what will happen to you? Like, imagine the heat and this and
Yeah,
that.
of course. I mean, it's always the fears that are
Yeah.
out there because people haven't done it, so they don't really know. It's always the beliefs that they have, like, that something could happen, and I appreciate those concerns, of course, especially from family members and
Yeah.
loving people. But again, if they haven't done it, how do they know?
And what surprised you about Iran, since that was the majority of your route? Were there any preconceptions that were kind of blown out of the water?
I would say yes. There's a lot of misrepresentation of the country. It's the people are just absolutely incredible, and you will see that everywhere you go. And I've heard that about a lot of countries, but again, I experienced it myself in first person, and with the situation that they live, especially their economic situation, how hard it is for them, they literally have nothing, and they will still give you everything they got. And that was one of the interesting things that I will take with me, definitely. Yeah.
So kindness went both ways on that trip?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was, again, as I said, I went out there with an open heart, but the truth is that it was given back to me in so many more times. So that
Like it's not just like self-satisfaction, but you also got the chance to receive love from a lot of the people.
it was absolutely,
Like
yeah.
it's different when like strangers notice you and then like, oh, okay, man, best of luck to you, and that one small thing can like completely make your day and
Absolutely.
make you feel even more better about yourself. That yeah, like I am doing the right thing for myself. And when someone is acknowledging it makes you feel even more better. That okay, it gives you that small push that you might need on that particular day or like for the next coming week.
Yeah.
So it's good. It's a very wholesome thing.
Just looking at your Instagram and looking at the journey, it looks, and I mean this in a nice way, it looks like an Instagram highlight reel. Like it looks beautiful. You're encouraging me to do it. I think you'd be inspiring other people to do it. But I think we probably have to accept that, what are the realities? What were your feet like? Like, was it
Yeah.
sore? How often did you have to change your runners? How many hours are you walking a day?
Yeah, so it's definitely not sunshine and rainbows every day. And I'm actually preparing to put some stuff out on the content to actually what to expect if someone wants to do it. I didn't know anything, and therefore I paid for it right away, the hard way. Blisters. The
Yeah,
first 3
yeah.
days that I couldn't walk anymore.
Oh,
Yeah.
my feet are hurting for you. How did you get over that?
Millions of various creams and treatments and popping it and
And-
Betadine to
and-
dry it
and then
out.
something
to-
just like
Yeah.
pushing through it. I
and
think.
pushing through it and through pain. I mean, then I
Yeah.
started walking through pain, and I was like, you know what?
It gets numb after a certain point. You get used
Yeah,
to it.
eventually it doesn't get numb. No, the pain never
Oh,
goes
it doesn't
away.
get numb?
I had my feet hurting the entire time.
Oh.
It's just the acceptance, the realization that, okay, so painful feet are going to be the inevitable part of this journey. Live with it.
Wow.
Deal with it.
Wow.
Whatever. Try to make it as comfortable as possible, but it is what it is, You don't have to keep pushing.
And then the second thing is you're going through these landscapes, I imagine, because you're walking. It's not when one is driving, one can plan, okay, I might stay here, I might stay here, I might stay here. Or worst case scenario, I sleep in my car. Are you sleeping on random roads in your tent? And if so, were you concerned about security in any way?
Of course, the thoughts of safety did cross my mind a lot of times. I would try to look at the Google Maps and see the distance that I know I can cover that day. And approximately, I walked between 30 to maybe 35 kilometers on average a day. Some days was less, but some days was way more. But on average, I would say it was about that much. And then, okay, what do I see on the map that far away that I can, go?
Okay.
I covered around 5 kilometers an hour because I had my little push cart. And
Any like particular pit stops that were memorable to you in terms of food or like anything that you really remember? Like, okay, I stopped by this place just for like a bit, and then
food?
anything, like any like memory that you cherish from that entire trip.
I promise you, walking in that heat and expending that much calories, and constantly in need of calorie deficiency. Any place you stop for food is just a heaven. You just want to eat everything you can put your mind to. I mean, but yes, I did cross. I went to 2 different countries that are ancient. They've been there for thousands of years, and you can imagine the traditions of cooking and the way they prepare meals, the seasonings that they use. I mean, there's a lot of places that I eat a lot of delicious stuff. Yes.
What's your cardio routine?
Cardio routine, walk 35 kilometers a day. Yeah, but I do run and stuff. I do workouts, try to stay healthy.
That's very interesting.
You mentioned at the beginning, you were watching people kind of online do these kind of cool adventures, and now you've done one. And I don't know your background, so maybe you've done more before this, but is this kind of bucket list ticked, or is this, okay, one down, what's next?
Well, it evolved towards being something that, okay, I want to live this now. And I'm not going to stop. While I'm here in the UAE, I'm planning my next adventure. While planning, I will probably do something that people might consider crazy while I'm here. I'm waiting for the permission to run up that highest hotel in the world, the tallest hotel.
The new, is it the Seal?
No, not the one that is open yet, because they officially are not open yet, so they're not officially in the record, I believe.
Okay.
So the one that is still in the record, Guinness World Record, Givora. So hopefully I'll get the permission, and then I will walk to it from where I live. I live in Sharjah. And then I'll run up.
That in itself
something like
is
that.
A marathon.
Yeah. And a couple other things like that while my next journey is being planned. Yeah, I definitely do not want to stop. So.
And as well, just in terms of adventure, you mentioned you're coming here for Untold.
Oh. Yeah,
so you need to tell us all about that.
I'm waiting for it. Yeah, so while I was walking, I did write an email to Armin van Buren's team. And he's coming.
Yeah.
I've been following his music for 25 years. More probably. And I told him, hey, I'm walking 3,000 kilometers to see the guy, So I might actually get to meet him. I don't know yet. I'm waiting for the response.
Yeah, they for sure should be doing something.
Yeah,
they responded?
They responded. They said 2 weeks out, write us again so we can try to arrange with his schedule a meet and greet. So I'm waiting for the 2 weeks. Like I'm looking at the time every day.
And so you're just a massive Untold fan?
I'm a massive Untold fan, I'm a massive electronic music fan, and I'm a massive Armin van Buren fan, yes. But they have a lot of cool names coming, like Aoki and I believe Martin Garrix. Eric Price, I love Eric Price, I mean, I know, so. I was here when Tiesto was here.
They should be giving you the best ticket that's ever.
I already have the tickets. I don't want anything for free, I don't want any tickets, I just want to have a chance to see the guy.
Wow.
Oh, I really hope you get to see him, how amazing.
Thank
you. If people want to follow your journey, or if they want to relive your experience or look out for the tips that you're going to share, how can they do so?
Well, I did post my content on the social media platforms that I have. On Instagram, it's Walking with Kindness. On TikTok, it's Walking with Edmund. And the rest of the handles on Facebook and YouTube are Rakosat, my mission. So they can go there, follow it. I have daily posts. I had my entire journey covered daily. And then I will definitely post the rest of the stuff that I'm doing or planning. And once I start my next journeys, I will be covering it daily as well. And hopefully give you motivation, inspiration.
Oh,
Thank you so
you
much.
Definitely have.
Thank you so much. Yes, thank you very much.
That is the end of the Lovin Dubai show. We really appreciate your time this morning. Thank you, Par.
Thank you, Casey. Thank you so much.
Guys, it is Friday. That is the end of Lovin Dubai show. We'll be back with you on Monday morning, right here, same time, same place. Until then, have a beautiful weekend. Bye-bye.
See you.
Bye.